And now we can start part 2. Sorry guys, I ran up a memory stick, a memory card, whatever. So where was I? I was in an igloo, force field around it, whatever. So yeah, that's happening. So anyway, I put these walls up, and then I'm dealing with my illness, and it's testing this and that and this and that. But through all the testing and the doctors and this and that, I kind of remember being in the coma, and I kind of remember things that I felt in the coma, and I remember, this is probably either I'm gonna lose subscribers for saying this or gain them, but I don't know if it was God or spirit or what. Maybe it was my subconscious. So I'm not saying that God spoke to me, but in my perspective, it felt like I was being spoken to by God. And I will call him him, because when I refer to God, it's just he comes out. Doesn't mean I think God's a him. I don't know what God is. God's wonderful, but I call him him. I did not hear his voice, but I felt him talking to me. I know that might sound crazy, but that's exactly what happened. Alright, so yeah, so God. As I said, I'm going to refer to him as a him. Doesn't mean I think he's a him. Blah, blah, blah. But I felt God talking to me, but it was not words I heard. It was only feelings. You can think I'm crazy, but that's the brain in a coma patient, okay? So in this coma, and as I'm remembering through these weeks of struggling with Beth's death, struggling with me almost dying, struggling with how my kids feel, and the fear that Abby has, because now she has no one to take care of her if anything happens to me. Dealing with all that, and I'm very positive. It's always glass half full with me. I'm very positive. And then I clearly remember that God said I need to come out of this closet. And it was a pretty detailed message. And at that point I did. That's how I was able to stay in the closet. Mental will. I don't know how else to say it, but it was just total mental will. But I will say this. When I remember being in the coma, and when I remember this message from my subconscious, from God or whoever it was, when I remember that, the wall came tumbling down. I had no way to stop. And that's the weird part of it all. It's like, I was coming out, I'll be damned, and accept it or not. And that's kind of how I felt. So it was like, for the first time in a long time, I was able to kind of be selfish, because I knew Abby, my other daughter's fully grown, okay? I knew she'd be okay. She's on her 2 feet. She's been out of the house since college. She's strong. You know, I knew, same with my sister, and we've been very close again. We were always close, and then we weren't for a little while, but only because of my mom, because I had to kind of, I didn't have to pick sides, but I felt like I couldn't play both. So I put all my focus on my mom. I'll never make a video about that, but that's how it was. So I was without my sister for a while, and then it was Abby. So Abby's really the only one I care about when it comes to how she feels about certain things, if that makes sense, because she depends on me and she needs me, and we're extremely close. Abby is my favorite person on the planet, and not only is she my daughter, she's also my friend. And when she's 50 and I'm old as shit, she's still gonna be my friend and also my daughter. But she's amazing, and she loves me, and I knew she was okay. See, she's been okay since she was 3. What she wasn't okay about was me being in the closet anymore either. And it's like whatever touched me, it touched her without her realizing it, because she kind of came to me around, like, within like hours of me about to come to her and be like, hey Abby, I think I'm coming out now. And she came to me and was like, I think you need to come out now. It was a beautiful, beautiful moment, and it was a moment I'll never forget. So I did come out to everyone in the one campaign, because they also mean a lot to me. And I knew once I came out, I would start testosterone immediately, which my immediate now is what, 6 months after going to the summit. And that's just because I'm moving, my illness, I wasn't able to start at the moment because there's no resources here, and to get on T in this part of Georgia is virtually impossible unless you're very wealthy and have fantastic insurance, and that's sad. So I knew I had to wait till I moved. And like I said, and having to move is a whole journey on its own because I'm having to. I mean, literally have to live. But anyway, so I guess what I'm trying to say is that's how I was able to stay in the closet. That's why I stayed in the closet, when in actuality I really haven't been in the closet for, 13 years. Now, have I always known I was the man? Yes.